The town of Calca is about an hour's drive from Cusco, and it's literally surrounded by ancient cities. We've explored the 4 major sites in this area, and in the coming days we plan to visit each one of them. And now we plan to go up this road to Huchuy Qosqo, an ancient city associated with the Inca and Viracocha. It's especially interesting to see what condition it has been preserved in. As far as we understand, there hasn't been much serious restoration here, so we want to see what remains of the city in its original state and what it looks like today. Well, this beautiful morning we are getting ready to head out to the ancient Incan city, lost at an altitude of over 4,000 meters, which is located somewhere over there. Let me try to show you now. Yeah, there's a path here, zigzagging up, and then it goes even further up the mountain. Up there, some kind of terraced site with megaliths is waiting for us. The place we are heading to is called Huchuy Qosqo, Little Cusco. It's located above the Sacred Valley, not far from the city of Calca, at an altitude of about 3,650 meters above sea level. This archaeological complex dates back to the Inca period and is associated with Viracocha, the Inca, the 8th ruler of Cusco, predecessor of Pachacuti. According to Spanish chroniclers, one of his residences was located here. The complex occupies a significant part of the mountainside. Numerous terraces, stone walls, water channels, and buildings made of stone and adobe have been preserved here. Moreover, most of the complex is almost invisible from the road. It is located higher up on the mountainside, so we still have to climb up there. The town of Calca. It's very beautiful, of course, so calm and absolutely safe. But all those myths about Latin America have been completely dispelled here. And we are going to conquer Hell Mountain in a carriage like this. Well, as usual, they showed us one, but we ended up taking another one. But I hope everything will work out for us. At least the driver looks confident. So, well, you know, I don't really like heights, yeah? And here the road is such that you have to tense all sorts of muscles in your body. Lioma, damn it. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's nothing there. And our carriage is as reliable as... As what? As steel. Like Chinese Swiss watches. How I love all of this. This right here. And meanwhile, it looks like we are finally overeating. But in just 5 minutes, there's a parking lot, and after that, we'll have to walk some more. Ah, so that's the ancient city of the Incas. An important ritual before.
Привет.
The start of any hike and any expedition.
You need to make a quinto from 3 coca leaves, which represent the 3 layers of reality. The lower world, our reality, and the upper world. And say thank you. Gracias, gracias, Apus spirits. Gracias, gracias. Apus and spirits.
Apus and spirits.
For knowledge.
For knowledge.
For wisdom and energy.
For energy.
For support.
For support
And protection.
protection.
Gracias.
Gotha and again. And
Achika. Modern buildings. Oh, something is working here for them. Generator. I have to say, the city we are heading to, we're not really expecting to see any megaliths or polished stonework there. Oh, by the way, over there...
There's also a temple, the Rakot.
That's very good. Look, I see there are people with tents over there. It seems like we'll have some shade too. We can set up there. There's just a little way left to reach the ancient city. Along the way, you can already see how much the entire slope here has been changed by people. There are terraces, retaining walls, and remains of ancient structures everywhere. Here's a beautiful view from here as well. Here are these little staircases. We understand that the Incas were doing just fine when it came to engineering. They built everything quite sensibly. There's probably a water system running through there as well. And everything you need for a carefree life with the most amazing view in the world. Okay, I hear water. It's really good that it's there. Because I really love to drink. And it would be quite far to go get water. A well-designed water supply system runs throughout the entire complex. Water was supplied through stone-lined channels. It was used both to supply the settlement and to irrigate the numerous terraces. Some of these channels have survived to this day and clearly demonstrate the level of Inca engineering. Well, of course, it's clear that everything here was restored recently. Completed. Well, that's good. There will be some shade. Usually we are not this lucky. Oh. Buenos días, señor. What's wrong? Buenos días.
Buenos días, buenos días.
When you enter the territory of the complex, the first thing that catches your eye is that it is heavily damaged and literally scattered across the slope. In some places, fairly high walls have been preserved, while in others only the foundations of the buildings remain. And nearby, you can clearly see completely different types of stone masonry.
Is this the original, the authentic one?
Yes, this is our masonry, 100%. And it's something solid. Presumably, it's basalt from up there, from the top. So, I suggest we have an hour and a half before the stream and start with the hardest part, which is to climb up there, like this, where they quarried these stones, carving them out. Yes, look, again at the bottom we see the masonry. Very good, Washington, perfecto, polygonal stonework. And above as well. In the city, whose name I probably won't remember for another month, they told us it dates from the 6th to the 9th century. Supposedly, from the point of view of official history, this is later than that, if you look at the masonry itself from a technological point of view. Well, that's how it seems to me for now. Look. Oh, damn, we really should have brought a frisbee, yeah. We found a place where we'll put our things for now. And the first thing we plan to do is conquer the high ground. There's an ancient structure up there. I think it's not restored at all. At least, it doesn't look like it from here. Do you know what's there? There's a temple of the moon. Well, all the more reason. Yeah, but I'm more interested in that little wall over there, of course. The Inca trail goes forward and upward, connecting everything here. But we are not going that way right now. Still, the basalt outcrops are our priority. You can hear it. It's like we are leaving the city. And then we'll head in. Let's go. Oh, and we go this way. Oh. And the stairs are over. Now it all begins, well, just like this. I was a bit off about the city's elevation. It's 3,700. What a clearing! Well, I think we get close to 4,000 after all. Well, besides the fact that it's insanely beautiful, there's nothing more to say for now. We need to move forward, onward. It's impossible not to notice one feature of ancient cities. Very often they are located in incredibly beautiful places. Huchuy Qosqo is no exception. It seems that when choosing a location, ancient builders considered not only practicality, but also what kind of view this spot would offer of the surrounding mountains and valley.
Tak.
So Ivan Ivanovich Suzanin says that the trail is somewhere over there. And we have to tackle the vertical climb. So I think the view behind me is interesting too. I'm covering the last few meters. This whole adventure is just one goat trail after another, to be continued. Here it is. Yes, a promising view. Especially this little stripe here. Well, what do you say, friends? Is this a natural basalt rock or not? I stick to it. Taro. Oh. Version. And now I'm going to look for proof of that. This is it. Looks like natural cracking. Of course. I see vertical cracks all over the rock. Or maybe they're not cracks, but some kind of markings. I don't see them just here. Especially some kind of impressive mark. But it's very difficult to get to it from below, to assess its natural or artificial features. If local stone was really used for the construction of Huchuy Qosqo, it would be logical to assume that the quarry must have been located somewhere nearby. Transporting heavy blocks to such a height from far away would have been too difficult. Unfortunately, we were not able to get close enough to the basalt outcrop to examine it properly. There are some strange marks there, but we did not find any clear signs of quarrying. Therefore, the question of exactly where the builders got the stone for constructing Huchuy Qosqo remains unanswered. And over there, the Inca trail continues at our level, heading somewhere toward Cusco, and we can be sure it goes all the way there. But I still suggest we discuss how. Of course, somehow the Incas extracted basalt, diorite and granodiorite. The only question is how. After all, they didn't have iron. They had gold, the most common metal. Silver was second. All of this is completely useless for extracting and processing hard types of stone. Well, there was also bronze and copper, which is also completely useless. And here's a very relevant question. Since they extracted a huge amount of hard rock, and as we understand, to terrace everything here, you also have to break through hard rock. And even in much larger quantities than any work on any blocks. Well, all the time today was spent on the stream, where I was talking, of course, about the uniqueness of ancient Incan masonry. And about the fact that despite this probably being the least technologically advanced city, well, definitely, out of everything we've seen here, nevertheless, this masonry defies any logical explanation. And I showed the marks, as if several blocks had been scraped with some kind of spatula, some strange tool. And there's no gap here at all. These are all tight joints, and the stones... This is basalt. I'm almost sure about that, although I could be wrong. In any case, the solid rock that the mountains are made of... By the way, here is a good flat block, which we haven't seen much of around here. Yes, in general, the Incas did all this using who knows what. Because they didn't have any iron or... not iron, yes, but what else? And yet, they managed perfectly well. We'll try to calculate how many square kilometers of surfaces they joined together perfectly here, along a curved trajectory. Continuation of the pipe. And shall we go? And yes, all of these of course collapsed at some unfortunate point. But this is the most stable thing you can possibly imagine. You can see for yourself how deep the stones are. The joints are perfect along the entire length, width and depth. The history of this place, according to archaeological data, began even before the Incas. Archaeologists distinguish several stages of construction in Huchuy Qosqo. Excavations show that certain sectors of the complex existed before its main part, and later buildings were repeatedly rebuilt. First during the Inca period, and then later during the colonial period. There is also evidence of earlier settlement in this area. Nkenda's research identifies a Calca, or early Inca period here. Therefore, today we are not necessarily looking at a single city built at one time and according to a single plan. Rather, this is a site that developed and changed over quite a long period. And when we see different types of masonry and completely different quality of stonework side by side, the question of whether they belong to the same construction phase is entirely reasonable. And this is an important point for our further research in Peru. Very often, we will see a site that is now described entirely as Incan, even though its history may consist of several completely different stages. Where does the earlier construction end and the actual Incan construction begin? That is a separate question. Our research in Peru is only just beginning. Huchuy Qosqo is one of the first sites we visited on this trip, and it's far from the most impressive from a technological point of view. Ahead of us are much more complex and large-scale structures. But even here, there are details worth paying attention to. First of all, the stonework. Once again, we see the characteristic Peruvian polygonal masonry. The stones have irregular shapes, several faces, and yet they fit tightly together. Here the blocks are not gigantic like in Sacsayhuaman, but the underlying principle is the same: complex geometry, tight fitting, and almost no familiar straight horizontal seams. Another important detail is the scale of the engineering work. Here they not only had to build walls, but also significantly alter the slope itself, create terraces, retaining structures, platforms, and a water supply system. And all of this at an altitude of about 3,650 meters.